How's it going, guys? My name is George Taylor and I'm the founder of Gramersi.com. I've got some really exciting news for you. Our 2.0 platform has finally launched. But before I get into that, I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the amazing people that have supported us and that we have worked with this last 2.5 years. It has been a huge honour and we couldn't have done it without you. In 2020, I was reading TechCrunch and Forbes pretty much every single day. And it really bothered me that hardly any retail brands are being featured. And I thought to myself, why isn't retail getting the coverage that it deserves? I felt as though it was an underrepresented sector. So I decided to launch a platform that was dedicated specifically to retail startups. So originally, when we first launched in kind of July, August 2020, it was just me and Ashley. However, later on that year, in October, we hired Lauren. So over the last 2.5 years, we have built quite a big online readership. We've amassed a really nice social media following, and we've worked with well over 1,000 entrepreneurs, predominantly women founders and products for women. Also, we've worked with some incredible people. It's a long list, so I'm not going to mention any names. However, I have put a few of our key highlights here. So what makes us different then? Why should you use us? Well, firstly, we're the only online retail startup magazine that I've been able to identify. I have looked and looked and looked. I've spoken to some of the PR firms we work with and some of the brands, and I just haven't been able to find anybody else that's doing what we're doing. Also, we now provide a narrative commerce service, which gives customers the opportunity to make more informed purchases. But most importantly, Gramersi gives people the opportunity to discover new retail startups, new products, new entrepreneurs, quickly and easily, which I think is really important as we're living in a recession, we're living in a cost of living crisis. So our platform gives those retail startups a new way to get discovered. And lastly, over the last 2.5 years, we've been lucky enough to build a well-respected brand and a rapidly growing community that just keeps on getting bigger. Right, I'm going to give you a quick demo of the platform now. But before I do that, I think it's really important to start out by managing everybody's expectations. We're a really early stage platform, and a large part of this for us is to get your feedback so we can use that to build something that everybody's going to want to use. So let's talk about narrative commerce then. As you can see here, I've got an article about Yannicka Cordina, who owns Cordina Hair. She's famous for inventing the flower curl, and you may well have seen a pitch on Dragon's Den in 2021. What's different about this article is that if you scroll to the middle or to the bottom, you can buy Yannicka's products directly from the article with 1 or 2 clicks. Unlike other e-commerce platforms, this way of shopping gives you the ability to learn more about Yannicka's story and to make a more informed purchase decision. So let's look at a product. If I click on this link here, it will take me to this product page. You can browse product photos here. Also, there's a short description and a price here, the ability to choose what options you want. You can add to basket, buy now, buy with Klarna. And if you want to find out more information, there's a long description tab here. And there's also a section where it will tell you information about shipping and refund information. There are multiple different ways to get to a vendor profile on our website. The first one is if you're on a product page, all you have to do is click the brand link here. If you're on an article, there are 3 ways of doing it. Firstly, in the middle of the page where the shoppable widget is, at the bottom here, or on this section here where it says visit Cordina Hair's profile. Just to let you know, this only applies to brands that were actually listing their items on the website. If they're not listed, this won't show up. Here's what a vendor profile looks like. You've got name, profile picture, short description. If you've got an account on a website, you can contact the vendor and ask them any questions. You know, what size do you do? What colors do you do? You can follow that brand. And at the bottom here, we've got 4 main tabs. So tab 1 is the products, which again, you can click through to get to that product tab. Tab 2 is any articles or videos we've written about them. Tab 3 is any customer reviews that they've received. And tab 4 is the ability to look at shipping and refund policies. As you can see on this article, we've got a video about Yannicka Cordina.
Hi, I'm Yannicka Cordina, and I am the founder of Cordina Hair.
And what's great about this video is if you look just below, you see we've got our shoppable mechanism there. That enables people to buy Yannicka's products directly from the article whilst watching it. And last but not least, I'd just like to show you our brand new advanced search function. So as you can see, I've typed Zag here. If I were to click enter, here's what would show up. The search results will show up as 3 different segments. Segment 1 is posts. Segment 2 is products. And segment 3 is vendor profiles. This gives you, the user, the ability to choose what you digest and how. So let's click on posts. As you can see, all ZAG articles have showed up. Let me just remind you that if you do click onto the article, you can buy from that article. In the middle and at the bottom. So that concludes the demo. Let's get back to the presentation. I thought you might find it interesting to know that 90 to 95% of the founders we feature on Gramersi are women, and 90 to 95% of the products we list are products for women. Because we're a retail platform, we specialize in multiple different categories, but I'd say that our most popular categories are food, beauty and skincare and cosmetics and makeup, baby, fashion, and nutrition and sports. In terms of shopping platform traction to date, we've already started to generate monthly e-commerce sales. We've got almost 100 brands signed up so far, including Psychic Sisters, Caffeine Bullet, and Impossible Brew, who you may well have seen on Dragon's Den. I've saved the most important slide till last. This year, we have 2 goals. Number 1, promote this new platform to as many people as possible. And number 2, gain as much feedback and data as possible, because ultimately our goal is to build something that you guys actually want to use, and we can't do that without your feedback. So I have created a little survey. I am going to provide you with a link, and I'd really appreciate if you go onto the website, have a little go, fill out that survey, and get in touch with any suggestions. We'd really appreciate it. And if you'd like to get in touch or register, the way to do that is to email us on info@gramersi.com. And that brings us to the end. Thank you very much for watching this video. We'd love you to be a part of what we're doing moving forward. And I just want to finish up by saying one more time, thank you so much to everybody that has supported us and worked with us the last 2.5 years. It has been the biggest honor of my life, and here's to another good 2.5 years.